Students, I am Raman Gupta again has come with a new topic, an essayist Oliver Goldsmith, who has written many essays, and one of them, National Prejudices, is in our syllabus. So, first of all, we know something about Oliver Goldsmith. Students, Oliver Goldsmith was born on 10th November 1728 in Ireland and died on 4th April 1774 at the age of just 45 only in London, England. His occupation, or he worked as a playwright, poet, busker, apothecary's assistant. He had done all these works. Language is English. He has written in English. He was just graduated in arts. He did his degree from Trinity College, Dublin, in Ireland, and he joined the literary movement, the club. The works for which Goldsmith is known are The Vicar of Wakefield, is very famous. The next is The Deserted Village, The Good Natured Man, and She Stoops to Conquer. Oliver Goldsmith's birth date and year are not known with certainty. According to the Library of Congress Authority file, he told a biographer that he was born on 10th November 1728. The location of his birthplace is also not sure. He was born either in the townland of Pallas near Ballymahon, County Longford, Ireland, where his father was the Anglican curate of the parish of Forgney, or at the residence of his maternal grandparents at the Smith Hill House near Elphin in County Roscommon, where his grandfather Oliver Jones was a clergyman and master of the Elphin Diocesan School, and where Oliver studied. When Oliver was 2 years old, his father was appointed as the rector of the parish of Kilkenny West in County Westmeath. The family moved to the parsonage at Lissoy between Athlone and Ballymahon and continued to live there until his father's death in 1747. Goldsmith went up to Trinity College in 1744. His tutor was Theaker Wilder. Neglecting his studies in theology and law, he fell to the bottom of his class in 1747 along with the four other undergraduates. He was expelled for a riot in which they attempted to storm the Marshalsea prison. He was graduated in 1749 as a Bachelor of Arts, but without the discipline or distinction that might have gained him entry to a profession in the church or the law. His education seemed to have given him mainly a taste for fine clothes, playing cards, singing Irish airs, and playing the flute. He lived for a short time with his mother, tried various professions without success, studied medicine desultorily at the University of Edinburgh from 1752 to 1755, and set out on a walking tour of Flanders in France, Switzerland, and northern Italy, living by his wits, busking with his flute. He settled in England in 1756, where he briefly held various jobs, including an apothecary's assistant and an usher of a school. Perennially in debt and addicted to gambling, Goldsmith produced a massive output as a hack writer on Grub Street for the publishers of London, but his few painstaking works earned him the company of Samuel Johnson, with whom he was a founding member of the club. There, through fellow club member Edmund Burke, he made the acquaintance of Sir George Savile, who would later arrange a job for him at Thornhill Grammar School. The combination of his literary work and his dissolute lifestyle led Horace Walpole to give him the epithet inspired idiot. He got an epithet from Horace Walpole, inspired idiot. During this period, he used the pseudonym James Willington, and the pseudonym which is used for him is James Willington, to publish his 1758 translation of the autobiography of the Huguenot Jean Martial. In his life, Washington Irving states that Goldsmith was between 5 feet 4 inches and 5 feet 6 inches in height, not heavily built but quite muscular and with rather plain features. In character, he had a lively scene of fun, was totally guileless, and never happier than when in the light hearted company of children. The money that he sporadically earned was often frittered away or happily given away to the next good cause that presented itself, so that any financial security tended to be fleeting and short lived. Goldsmith's talents were unreservedly recognized by Samuel Johnson, whose patronage, somewhat resented by Boswell, added his eventual recognition in the literary world and the world of drama. His premature death in 1774 may have been partly due to his own misdiagnosis of his kidney infection. Goldsmith was buried in Temple Church in London. The inscription reads, here lies Oliver Goldsmith. A monument was originally raised to him at the site of his burial, but this was destroyed in an air raid in 1941. A monument to him survives in the center of Ballymahon, also in Westminster Abbey, with an epitaph written by Samuel Johnson. Among his prayers was found the prosecutions of an encyclopedia to be called the Universal Dictionary of the Arts and Sciences. He wished this to be the British equivalent of the encyclopedia, and it was to include comprehensive articles by Samuel Johnson, Edmund Burke, Adam Smith, Edward Gibbon, Sir Joshua Reynolds, Sir William Jones, Fox, and Dr. Burney. The project, however, was not realized due to Goldsmith's death. Now let's know something about the famous works of Oliver Goldsmith. The Vicar of Wakefield, the good-natured man, the traveler, and she stoops to conquer. We have talked about earlier. The next well known is The Citizen of the World. In 1760, Goldsmith began to publish a series of letters in the public ledger under the title The Citizen of the World. The next is The Hermit, published in 1765. The Deserted Village in the 1760s, published in 1770. His poem The Deserted Village was published in 1770. His other works are Account of the Augustan Age in England, The Life of Richard Nash, The History of England from the Earliest Times to the Death of George II in 4 volumes. Dr. Goldsmith's Roman History, abridged by himself for the use of schools, and History of the Earth and Animated Nature, the complete poetical works of Oliver Goldsmith, edited by Austin Dobson. He is also thought to have written the classic children's tale, The History of Little Goody Two Shoes. Now about his religious beliefs. Goldsmith was an Anglican by his religious beliefs and famously said, "As I take my shoes from the shoemaker and my coat from the tailor, so I take my religion from the priest." This can be asked in any objective type questioning, that who has given this statement? Whose statement is this? As I take my shoes from the shoemaker and my coat from the tailor, so I take my religion from the priest. Means he was an Anglican. He believed in Anglican church. Thomas Hurst wrote that Goldsmith recognized with joy the existence and perfections of a deity. For the Christian revelation also, he was always understood to have a profound respect, knowing that it was the source of the best hopes and noblest expectations. So this was all about Oliver Goldsmith. In the next video, we'll start the essay National Prejudices. Thank you and have a nice day.